Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we are looking at X-Men number 2 by Chris Claremont and Jim Lee, Magneto Triumphant. Look at that, it's awesome Jim Lee cover of Magneto. Anyway, can't wait to share it with you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. So this is the second issue of the Adjectiveless X-Men, the historic, selling book. It makes me wonder, obviously, because issue 2 didn't have all the multiple covers that issue 1 did. So I'm wondering how this sold in comparison, because it was, a lot of multiple covers were being bought. The speculators were buying this stuff up in millions, thinking it'd be worth something, and so now the dollar bins are littered with this stuff. But I wonder, I should look on eBay and see what this book in particular is going for. It could be more mint, I guess. I would have loved this book, I'm sure, as I was obsessed with Jim Lee's art when, especially the height of it on X-Men. Bittersweet, though. This is Chris Claremont. I think he left with issue 3 or 4, so his last story and the end of the X-Men for me in a lot of ways, but whatever, we still have this great Jim Lee art. And Chris Claremont is still here. After years of Magneto, I don't know, the struggle between him and Xavier, and Magneto trying to, lead the X-Men, and I don't know, not necessarily be a good guy, but I don't know, try to work a little more in harmony with the humans. He's abandoned all that. He's returned to his epic evil costume, and it looks so great, drawn by Jim Lee. I love this. Scott Williams is such a great anchor for Jim Lee by Chris Claremont and Jim Lee. Chris Claremont always works so well with such great artists on such long runs with X-Men. And if Jim Lee's popularity was what ultimately left to Bob Harras ousting Chris Claremont from the book, then shame on anyone for that. It did disrupt such a great era, and I think that you cannot deny that it's Chris Claremont's book. You know what I mean? I don't care how popular the artist is. And then the artist jumps ship and goes to Image anyway, so bad on you. I mean, the whole thing just has such a bad history in retrospect now. But anyway, Scott Williams inker, Joe Rosa's colors, Tom Orzechowski, letterer, Bob Harras, editor, and Tom DeFalco, editor-in-chief. Interesting color holds with the Zipatone. I remember really liking Joe Rosas's colors at the time. I do feel sometimes they're a little much and a little dated in a lot of ways, but I mean, this Jim Lee art is still killer, and it still holds up, and that's what a beautiful double page spread that is. You've got the X-Men broken up in the blue and gold teams. I mean, I feel like they're both here, but Gambit, Magneto, I mean, awesome, epic X-Men action happening right now. I was so excited when this book came out. And like I said, the thunder was quickly stolen. It was like a knife in my heart for sure when Chris Claremont left the X-Men. I mean, devastating. The X-Men was just never the same for me after that. I feel like even the writers who try to capture the essence of what Chris did, it just sounded like a hollow echo of or a caricature. You know how sometimes characters become caricatures of themselves? I mean, you could argue that Wolverine, was pretty cliche-ic, and I'm the best there is at what I do, but that's what made us love him, and you know what I mean, made him, cool to us, so, because it played out a little, but, also in comics, you have to remember that it's always, especially in a monthly, sometimes it doesn't hold up as well. You can see the repetitiveness if you're reading a trade paperback or reading a run all at once. You can tell that the pacing was definitely set up a little more for a monthly, I feel, just because, you do get, always a fresh introduction to the character. I always thought Chris Claremont did such a great job with that. You were never lost with the X-Men. This is Psylocke. This is the totality of her power and the psychic knife, and she can, disrupt whatever she wants. She can disrupt a refrigerator with it if she wants to. And, I get it. I don't have to be Bill Nye the Science Guy's kid to understand, or even his nephew or anything, but whatever. So, oh my god, I love it. This is Magneto just lifting this house. I mean, of course the physics is so questionable, but I suppose if he's able to lift it with magnetism, I mean, he could hold it together with a man. I suppose, Xavier in this super not practical, like, flying wheelchair that is the size of a smart car, basically, or a Walmart forklift. I don't know. Anyway, cool. What do you call it? Silhouette there. I mean, Jim Lee's art is so killer. Like, he's just giving so much detail and so many epic, like, heroic poses, and the X-Men just looks so good. I mean, it was just, like, such a high point in the art for the X-Men, for sure. Definitely set the comic book world on fire, and, you know, launched 1,000 clones, and set the look for superhero comics, probably for the 90s and the 2000s, and possibly to this day, arguably, wouldn't y'all say? Anyway. Love it. Oh, here we go. Finally, Storm. And Wolverine in his brown costume. Interesting. I guess. Oh, that's right. You know what? I have to say, like, I do like his brown... I've always liked his brown costume better. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just think blue and yellow just seems... I don't know. Maybe it's because, you know, I'm from Ohio and those are, like, Michigan's colors. But, you know, it blends in more with the blue and gold team theme, I guess. I don't know, but... Legion Knight, I would love to dig this up. Like, this is such a great book. This is, like, one of the first arts from Whilce Portacio, and it's, like, this horror comic written by Steve Gerber. Fear abounds as Legion confronts the Fellowship and Fin Fang Foom. And it was so good. I know I have it somewhere, so I'm definitely going to be looking for that. The art is just off the chain. Definitely love, you know, Whilce Portacio's art. Anyway, another great classic issue of the X-Men, illustrated by Jim Lee, one of Chris Claremont's last before leaving for a while, and I'm coming back. But I still think we might have 2 more. Or is it 1 more? Anyway, I'll have to check. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel, hit like, share my content, and I'll bring you more later.